Rangers fans back at Ibrox for the first time this season. They were forced to play their matches at Hampden after work on the Copeland Road stand was completed. So are they glad to finally be back home?
It's like coming home, walking up into the stadium. Me and my grandson Lewis. I'm proud. At least we can see ourselves getting on now, rather than going backwards.
Do you think it's had an impact, the fact they've had to play at Hampden?
Well, the thing is this, we've got to play somewhere. And it's like everything else in football, it's all about finance. And playing there, the money's still coming in, we need it. And I can see us going forward now when you see things like this happening at Ibrox.
It feels great, actually get some games in. It's going to be rocking. I heard the Copeland upper rear is going to be shut today, so a little bit of atmosphere. But it's great to be back at Ibrox. Really great.
It's going to be good for Europe because Hampden wasn't it. It's finally better because Hampden's not good.
I've missed it. I think it's been 4 months we've been here. Hampden's not the same. Over the moon, can't wait to get back in.
Do you think it's cost Rangers this season playing at Hampden?
I think in Europe certainly. I think the Kiev game might have been a different outcome had we been here. It is what it is. We can't change what happened now. There's been mistakes made, but I'm just happy to be back.
Well, I think half the what would you call it? People being in the doldrums is because we've been at Hampden. So I think it's great to be back at Ibrox, to be honest. I think it's this is where really there's no excuses now. We're back here, right? So this is where it should all happen from now on in.
Do you think it's had an impact on the club performances-wise?
Yes, I absolutely think it's had a negative impact on us. The whole stand not being quite ready when it should have been ready. The ending up at Hampden Park, where Rangers didn't really belong, right? I think it definitely has had a negative impact on the way the club's performing.
Delighted to be back, yeah, really superb. We've missed it, and I think it's affected the players on the park as well. It's just been a wee bit disappointing, but the fact we're back here, home support behind us, will be fine.
Manager Philippe Clement has come under fire for some of the results and performances this season, so is he the man to lead the club forward? Philippe Clement, is he the man to take you forward? Do you believe that?
Well, who else? You've got to give a man a chance. It's like any business. Them at the top's got to have a chance to prove. He's brought in a lot of new players, certainly, but they've got to gel first.
I would say aye, but not at the same time. I think the defeat to Celtic has given us been a little bit of a nightmare recently. We had a good start, but after we played Celtic, it's just been a little bit downhill. And dealing with Kiev as well, I'm not going to talk about that.
What about yourself?
I think you trust Clement to sack the board. It's been the issue for the past couple of years. We can't moan about the money because we've had 15 million in the past 2 years, but there's a gap between us and Celtic.
I think he's been dealt quite a difficult hand. But I've got trust in him. I think so.
I don't have any doubt about that. This is a guy that's got a vision for this club, right? Now, of course, that vision all depends on, I suppose, how much money there is at the back of that. I don't believe there's very much money, right? But I think you can't just sack managers every 5 minutes. You've got to pick a manager, right, and go with that manager. And I think this is a guy certainly understands the club. So, aye, that's the man.
I trust the man wholly, yeah. He's not had the backing of the board, and I think he's perhaps a bit disappointed in that, but he's certainly got the fans behind him, so I support him 100%.
Well, Clement seems to have the backing of the majority of fans. Off the pitch, Dave King has touted the return to the boardroom, but would he be welcome? Dave King, waiting rather ominously in the background. Do you feel he could be a man to return to Ibrox?
Again, time will tell. I think Dave was successful when he was here before, certainly, more so than with the current regime. I certainly wouldn't have any issues with him coming back, but again, time will tell what his you know, what his ideas are.
Well, I would, but I didn't think it'll be an injection of money. Right? I just didn't think there is any money. Right? I think if Dave King comes back, it's an injection of, I don't know, kind of business power, if that is even a thing, right? I think it's a guy that understands the club, understands what we need right now, right? And hopefully he's a guy that can get what we need.
I don't know the answer to that. If it's new blood on the board, but he's not new to the board, but he might make a difference. So any change is good in that respect. But he needs cash. He needs to bring some money.
Time will tell if King finally returns to Ibrox, but these fans are just glad to be back in their own ground and will be looking for some improvement on the pitch.